In the Korean entertainment industry, being removed from a group usually means the end of a career. Very few artists ever get a second chance, and even fewer manage to come back stronger than before. Jay Park did more than just return. He completely changed his position in the industry. Jay Park debuted in 2008 as the leader of the boy group 2PM, formed by JYP Entertainment. At the time, 2PM was one of the most promising new acts in second-generation K-pop. Jay Park wasn't just another member. He was the leader, one of the main dancers, and a central figure in the group's image. At the time, debuting in a group like 2PM meant total commitment to the idol system. Training schedules were intense, public behavior was closely monitored, and idols were expected to represent not just themselves, but their company and their country. Second-generation K-pop was built on perfection. Mistakes weren't corrected, they were punished. For a young artist like Jay Park, the pressure was constant. But in 2009, old MySpace posts written years before his debut resurfaced online. The posts quickly became a major controversy in South Korea. Public backlash grew fast, and the situation escalated beyond control. JYP Entertainment announced that Jay Park would leave 2PM and return to the United States. In 2010, his contract with the company was officially terminated. For most idols, this would have marked the end of their time in the Korean music industry. Jay Park left Korea with no group, no label, and no clear path forward. When idols left groups under controversy, the industry rarely offered second chances. Television appearances stopped, brand deals disappeared. Fans moved on quickly, and labels were hesitant to take risks on artists with public backlash. In that context, Jay Park's situation looked irreversible. Back in the United States, Jay Park faced a difficult reality. He was no longer part of the K-pop system, and he didn't have a company to support him. Instead of trying to immediately return to the industry, he focused on rebuilding from the ground up. He began uploading dance videos and cover songs online. In 2010, his cover of "Nothing on You" went viral on YouTube.
Beautiful girls all over the world. I could be chasing, but my time would be wasting. Nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you, baby.
The success of that video proved something important. Despite the controversy, his audience was still there. That online momentum allowed Jay Park to return to Korea as a solo artist. This time, he was no longer bound by the strict structure of an idol group. His music leaned more toward hip-hop and R&B, reflecting his personal influences rather than a manufactured image. What made this moment unusual was how it happened. Jay Park didn't return through a major label or a public apology tour. He returned because the audience brought him back. Online platforms gave him leverage, something idols rarely had at the time. As his solo career grew, Jay Park started thinking beyond being just an artist. In 2013, he co-founded AOMG, which stands for Above Ordinary Music Group. AOMG was different from traditional K-pop labels. It focused on hip-hop and R&B artists and emphasized creative freedom rather than strict control. At the time, Korean hip-hop existed largely outside the mainstream. It was respected underground but rarely supported by major companies. AOMG changed that balance. It showed that hip-hop artists could succeed without conforming to idol expectations. Under AOMG, artists were encouraged to develop their own identities. The label quickly became an important name in the Korean hip-hop scene. For Jay Park, AOMG represented more than a business venture. It was his first step toward building something independent of the system that once rejected him. In 2017, Jay Park expanded this vision further by launching Higher Music. Unlike AOMG, which was rooted primarily in Korea, Higher Music was designed as a global label. Its goal was to connect Korean artists with international audiences, especially in the United States. This approach was rare in the Korean industry. Most labels focused on domestic success first, hoping international recognition would follow. Jay Park reversed that logic. He treated global audiences as part of the plan from the beginning. The label embraced bilingual releases, international collaborations, and a strong online presence. Jay Park understood early on that Korean artists didn't need to fit into a Western mold to reach global listeners. They needed infrastructure, visibility, and control over their work. That same year, Jay Park signed with Roc Nation, the entertainment company founded by Jay-Z. This made him one of the first Asian artists to be represented by the company. The signing was significant not because it changed his sound, but because it validated the independent path he had taken. Jay Park was no longer defined by his past as a K-pop idol. He was now recognized internationally as an artist and entrepreneur on his own terms. As his influence grew, Jay Park gradually shifted his focus from performing to leadership. In 2022, he stepped down as CEO of both AOMG and Higher Music. Shortly after, he founded a new label called More Vision. For many artists, stepping back from the spotlight feels like a loss. For Jay Park, it was a strategic move. Leadership gave him something performance never could: long-term influence. More Vision represented the next phase of his career. The label focused on long-term artist development, mentorship, and sustainability. Rather than chasing trends, Jay Park aimed to build a structure that could support artists throughout their careers. Eventually, Jay Park returned to idol production, becoming involved in forming a new boy group. This moment marked a full circle point in his journey. He was no longer an idol trying to survive the system. He was now creating the system himself. Jay Park's story isn't just about a comeback, it's about ownership. From debuting as the leader of 2PM, to being removed from the industry, to becoming an independent artist, and finally to building multiple labels, his career reflects a gradual shift from dependence to control. Instead of adapting himself to the industry, Jay Park reshaped his role within it. He didn't escape the system. He learned how it worked and rebuilt it around his own vision.